move on to Saturday, the big day, playoffs that night. First match of the day is a big one.
We'll be back on here on Saturday night.
Yeah.
For the playoffs. But we're going to do our picks for Saturday now.
But, yeah, going in first game of the day, big one, New York versus London.
Yes, this is going to be a good game. Must win for London.
Yes.
Sort of a must win for New York. They're already in the playoffs, but...
but if they win this, then they solidify themselves as the number 1 seed, and they only have to play one game in the playoff. And I'm sure they would much prefer that.
Yeah, and...
because I don't think any team wants to have to play 3 games in one day.
No.
That would be absurd.
Yeah, it would. And,
I mean,
potentially 3 games. The only two teams that are going to definitely have to are either Boston or Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Because I think, well, actually no. Oh, yeah, they all got 3 losses. I think New York might even have the number 1 seed. If they lose, they'll have 2 losses. Well, then because London has 2 losses now, they'd be tied with.
Yeah, but if they beat London, then that knocks London out of the spot
and drops them down below Boston and.
Yeah.
Because
if London loses this game, it basically drops them out of the playoffs altogether because they don't have their map disparity is not very good.
Yeah.
They're really riding on record more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, I don't think they're playing that great.
No, they're really not.
And they did the whole thing with running a bunch of dopey comps against Houston, which I get you're subbing in and out, but the cockiness. When I was on stream last, it just seems cocky to me. It seems we can just, we have all Korean lineups. We can just come out here and we're just going to kick your teeth in because, we're superior in this game. Well, they found out yesterday. They found out Houston's no fucking joke.
No, they are not.
And if
Houston's the real deal.
And if Cool Matt and Muma play like they did yesterday, especially Cool Matt, later on, a lot of teams are going to have to worry about that. But London, London could come and play a little, bring it to the New York.
Yeah, I mean, this is not writing London off at all.
No.
But at the same time,
they're just doing weird shit.
They're doing weird shit, and then also,
they're fueling.
But just at a way higher level.
Yeah. Well, the last couple matches they've been fueling. Dallas fueling.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Folks, if you don't know what that is, that's a verb for running people in and out like it's a fucking like it's a men's bathroom in a fucking sports bar.
But at the same time, like I feel like we see New York pull out their best.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna see a lot of the best possible.
Yeah. I think
from a lot of these teams.
They got a little scare from Florida.
Yeah.
And they also figured out that Pine is good, but he screws their whole comp up when he's in. Because you got to feed him all the healing, and you can't put the hose on Jonak and let him go rake.
Exactly.
Because Sabiobi's much more calculated, much more careful than Pine. So.
Right, Sabiobi's that way, and then
and Libero's.
You just get so much more flexibility when you have Sabiobi and Libero, because. Both of them have such huge hero pools, whereas Pine really only has 3 heroes that he plays on a very regular basis.
In fact, when
his best hero is just not part of the meta right now.
Yeah, I mean, sure, and they have Ilios as one of the maps. You will see him there.
Oh, definitely. But I don't think we really see him on anything else. Really, the only time I think we'll see him is maybe on the last map, and they might still hold him back and run Sabiobi and Libero just because. Exactly.
Well,
that's kind of their trusted group.
Yeah, and like we said, they got to win, but London's got to win. But I mean, on paper, you think at least we think New York is better. A lot of people still go off about how great London is. I haven't seen it in the last 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Especially, that game yesterday was Birdring was just getting eaten alive.
Well, and the thing is I think Monte Cristo might have said this they're continually they have this mentality. They think that they can run the dive on anything, and they're not changing their comps up.
Yeah.
When Jake was just absolutely fucking eating Genjis and Tracers for lunch yesterday.
Yeah, they're not adjusting what they need to do.
It's a little arrogant, too. I mean, Boston does it, and that's when Boston gets into trouble. When they play teams like Houston, when they have a good Junkrat. Because, I mean, playing Tracer and, like, Striker plays Tracer like a maniac, but you can't, you hit a mine, you're done. And that's the thing, because they're still running on the old meta, the old patch. So, I mean, Russian mines do, not that they've gone down, because I played them a couple times, and not that they've gone down too much, but
you just gotta be a little more precise, which I mean is less of a factor for these guys. I mean,
me and you, we gotta be a little more precise.
Yeah, it's more for us than it is for them. But who do you got in this one?
I'm going New York.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go New York
London
too.
Hater, whatever. I pick against them every fucking match. I don't know why.
They're making it really hard to pick them right now, especially against a team as powerful as New York.
Yeah, and you don't know what they're gonna do, who they're gonna put
out. Right.
I mean, not that, and they have the double lineup thing, but there's some lineups that work better with them that don't, and they're scaring me doing their Dallas thing right now.
Yeah.
I believe they're on a higher level than Dallas, and they haven't dropped off that much. But
exactly.
I'm going New York.
Yeah. Same.
Sabiobi, Libero, Jonak.
Yeah.
Dark. I like that. Their tanks are better. Meko and Mono, and all those guys are going to be in. I mean, even Giannis. He's good too. He played a couple of maps yesterday, or what was it? Wednesday against Florida.
Yeah,
and he looked good too.
He did.
Florida was bringing it, so it wasn't like they weren't.
Right, it wasn't just like steamrolling over this like really terrible team. Like Florida did not look like
they looked
their record.
Yeah, they didn't look like they did the last couple of weeks.
Right.
I don't know what they did. They took a nice rest or something, but they were on. I mean, not that anyone thought they would beat New York, because I mean, New York's got one loss.
Right.
But they should have beat them on Horizon. They held them to 1 point on Eichenwald. They did a decent job.
They did.
But on to
probably the match of the day.
Yeah, this is for not all the marbles. This is a playoff game in and of itself.
Yeah. This is a playoff game because, like, one of these teams, basically whoever wins this game is getting one of the spots.
Unless something weird happens.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening because both of these teams have a pretty good map disparity as well.
Yeah.
So that'll help both of them.
The only thing they got to worry about is the Valiant. I think the Valiant is the only one closest to them in the map disparity for the playoffs.
Right, but I still feel like it could end up being. Especially if New York wins, I mean, there's a possibility even with these teams playing each other, they could still both get in.
Yeah, I think if there's a good shot if London loses, because London lost to both of them. So they would. Well, that doesn't matter. I don't think they're doing head to head. I think we're just doing the map.
They are doing head to head, but that's like the third priority.
Wow, Nate Nanser must love fucking baseball. I swear to God.
I know, right?
Good Lord. The first tiebreaker should be head-to-head, but...
It's, I think it's...
The maps, and then...
Maps, head-to-head, and then head-to-head... Or maps, head-to-head maps, and then... Or, yeah, head-to-head, and then head-to-head maps.
They'll figure it out. Just have them play a 2-match playoff.
Right.
Or 1-match playoff on a King of the Hill.
I would love to see that so much. Holy shit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't think that'll happen, but I would love to see it so much.
These teams are too even right now.
They really are.
Playing. I mean,
this is going to be a hell of a game.
Oh, I know, and I don't know. I love the way Cool Matt's been playing on Diva. I mean, you know me. I watched the Diva play, and he was just raking last night, man. He was fucking wrecking people. He just like took matters into his own hands.
Well, I think
and Muma's great too.
Coolman and Muma played really, really well, but Boston's Note and
Gamsu are great too.
And Gamsu have played really well as well. But I think the underrated for both of these teams has been their Zen play.
Yeah. Rockets
has been
great.
Really, really good. And then who is it for Boston?
Neko
has played really, really well the past couple games as well. Yeah. So I think.
Here we go. I'm sorry. Since we're live, we got the London match over it, and Fury's coming in, and then he'll go out and fucking A. Sorry, I just a little distracted. It fucking drives me nuts. Anyway, but yeah, Neko's been playing better.
Yeah.
And Rockets was out of his mind last night. They just played incredible last night, Houston. And I'm not saying that. And Boston just laid the wood on fucking Monday, man, or Wednesday. They just, I don't know what got into them. They took Philly and just fucking, I don't know. They just did something for Boston, I guess.
Yeah.
Their defense was so fucking tight.
Oh my god, it was unreal. Like
that's the thing. Them and Houston, they hold points for fucking God knows how long.
Right. They really do.
Unbelievable.
It's pretty incredible.
This is going to be tight. I'm gonna ride the Houston train.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm gonna be picking Boston. I feel like they've just been playing so well, and I think they just slightly edge them out. Because I think it's gonna come down to a 5 map, and I think they end up playing Shanghai Tower or Lijiang Tower just a little bit better.
A little bit, but yeah.
But it's gonna be really close no matter what. Yeah. But I'm gonna go with Boston.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston. We needed it. I was assuming we were probably gonna split on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was a toss-up.
It's a total toss-up, and like you can't really make a bad choice with this. Yeah. But yeah, like it's either way, I think everyone wins because this is going to end up being a really fun match.
Well, yeah, the one reason if it goes to 5, I kind of like Houston a little bit more is I like Blink on Lucio. He's pretty good on he's really good on Lucio.
Yeah, and they bust him out for Lijiang.
Yeah, they bust him out in the outside tower.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the big match, I got the Outlaws, and you have the Boston Uprising. You're pretty much a fan.
I know, right? I think I've become a Boston fan.
Why not?
Right.
Why not?
I've been, and even from the beginning, I've been talking about Dreamcasper.
Yeah,
I've been saying fucking. We were sleeping on him to start, and
he was lit, man. He still
is.
He was in. I remember watching that preseason game, going, "Who's this kid? This kid's good." They're talking about everybody else, but I think he was one of the people we said to watch too in our first.
Watching him in the yeah, we did, and then watching him in the preseason, and then he was in. I'm pretty sure he was in the World Cup. I don't remember.
He had to be on US, wasn't he?
I think so. I think he was, yeah. Yeah, because it was like him and Flower going back and forth.
Yeah. Flower.
Yeah. He came in that South Korea game. Yeah.
They finally clarified that whole thing because with the.
Yeah, because his birthday is like after Stage 3 starts, I think.
Yeah, and he would be eligible for Stage 4, but like any other sport, he's not allowed to bring
he wouldn't be playoff
in the last quarter of the season.
Right. He's not playoff eligible. I think they can bring him in, but he wouldn't be eligible for the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah, there's something they said. Yeah, something like that. But all right, so let's move on
to the last match of the day.
Florida Mayhem versus the Philadelphia Fusion, and I like what I saw on my team on the other night against New York.
They looked vastly improved.
Yes,
so
they
things are definitely looking up for Florida.
Yeah, they looked well. They played that like you would expect a solid team to play New York. And they should have. I mean, they have closing problems on 2CP maps, and King of the Hill maps. But they looked a lot better. Logix was playing great. Their supports were playing above their normal level.
Tivik has just been playing at a high level for a while and continued that for sure.
Yeah, he was playing like he played in the World Cup and stuff. And
yeah,
a long time back a long time being like probably 8 months ago. in Overwatch years.
Right.
Yeah, but they look good. Philadelphia is up and down. One minute you think they're going to win the whole thing, and then the next minute, and it's hard to point to where it's at too.
I think it's sort of like when they play competition that they know they're better than, they really show up and they go all out, which is why it's hard to pick against them against Florida.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they could also come in feeling cocky.
Yeah.
And
they're not the cocky kind of guys, though. At least to me, they don't get that cocky. I mean, everybody gets a little bit. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to get a little cocky, but the Philadelphia doesn't get that.
It's more a matter of like when they can't execute the way that they want to, that's how they kind of fall apart.
Yeah, and they get a little scattery and they get like overwhelmed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when another team, it seems like when they play teams that are good at, like Boston.
Yeah.
You're playing our way. We're not playing your way. They're not
right. Like
if they're forcing on a reactionary role, they're not great.
They're better at trying to force their will.
Yeah.
On other teams, and if they can't do that, then they can't execute at the way that they want to.
Yeah, and even with their tanks, they've been playing. They've been playing weird. I don't know what to make of them.
Yeah, it's hard.
Their tank play's been odd.
It has.
It's better with Poco in there, but in the last match, Poco and Fraggy just looked off.
They did.
But I'm going to go with Florida because I haven't lost a game with Florida this weekend yet, so I might as well give it a shot.
There you go. I'm going to pick Philly, but like I don't think that this is going to be them dominating this game.
No.
I feel like it will be a close 3-1 or it will go to 5.
Yeah. I think the same.
Because I also don't see Florida like dominating. If Florida wins, it's going to be 5.
Yeah, I think if Florida wins, it's going to be 5, or it's going to be
like a super close. It's going to come down to
3-1.
Yeah, it's going to come down to Junkertown.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Which neither team is the best on Junkertown.
Right.
They're both kind of weird on that. But
hey, if Florida plays defense like they did the other day
on Horizon
against New York,
they were solid.
I think they'll be more than capable of hanging in there with Philly.
Well, for them, it really helps when Swoosh and Manitin are on.
Yeah.
When they have their dives and stuff, they're going at the right time. They're backing each other up. Or even like on Horizon, Swoosh is playing a great Orisa. And Manitin is really good on Roadhog, and they were just doing the halt hook, playing. They kept a really good offensive team out of the first point on Horizon for most of the first their first run before the time bank, and they even kept them out on the time bank run. So
right.
I mean, if they can do that against Philly. I think they got a shot at winning, and but like you said though, it's going to be a late. It's going to come down to Junkertown.
It is.
It's not going to be a one of these drawn out, or one of these. They're going to 4-0. If they do that, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
And then we'll be questioning what the hell's going on with Philly.
Right.
But all right. So. All right, that's the picks, and we will check you guys out later.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Give us a like, subscribe. whatever on here,
Yeah,
whether that's Twitch or YouTube. Hit us up on Twitter, all that good stuff.
Dresses will be on the end screen.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you for the playoffs.
We'll see you guys.
Later.
Later.